Hello friends, if you have reached this channel, please subscribe. This is a chess learning channel mostly for beginners and mid-level players who just want to develop their skills on chess. And I will show you a match today with modern defense that I have played with my opponent. Our rating is approx 1350 and d4 g6 c4 pg7 nc3 c6 e4, and now I have a attack on a pawn, so he defended with nf3. I will do nf6. Now bishop is moved and I have a free b2 pawn. Then I can attack knight on c3. Let's see how he defended. He didn't defend it. I will capture knight on c3 with check. So he can either bring the bishop down or he can protect with the knight or queen. So he preferred knight. So I will attack bishop with my knight as well as the knight that is defending the check, and bishop is pulled back, but my plan is to take the knight. Now bishop takes. I can take the free pawn. Now you can see the initial build-up was going on. I just gave the attack with the queen and it was very aggressive and I was able to win this. So if the player is like mid-level or beginners, you can try this. Otherwise, the who is having more experience will definitely, then you may not be easily defend your pieces or attack so early. So let's see how the match goes. The bishop to h6 is a very strong move, and I am thinking something to do with the bishop there on h6. So the rook is there, which can not allow my pawn to move if bishop above the rook is shifted somewhere else. So, and he does that. H bishop will come to g7, attacking my f6. So I will have to defend f6 before I can go for any other move. I have to shift my move on a d7 to defend my f6 pawn, because if the bishop comes to g7, then I will not be able to defend the f6 pawn. So I'm thinking to move knight to d7. Now as he has moved the bishop, I will have to put my rook to a safe place, and it is the place, and he will take his bishop back because I have defended the pawn. So waiting for my opponent to move. Yeah, he moved bishop, and now I think I can go for the bishop. So now I can take the bishop, but this was a miss because now it is pinned and I cannot move, but it doesn't affect my plan. I can happily go with the exchange of rook with the bishop since I am ahead in pieces, so that will help me to exchange. So let's see he exchanges or not. If he take the rook, I will take his bishop with my knight. I will move my king now to take his bishop, because now I don't think there is any need to castle, and so I am going ahead with my king. Now the pawn has come, but it is not affecting anything. I will just take it. Now bishop is here. I will move my king and the bishop will go up again. I have to move my bishop on white. I will put an attack on the pawn. Now let's see what my opponent moves, and based upon that I have a plan to move my king. He moved the rook, so I can move my king on g6 and take the bishop. Let's see. Bishop takes pawn, I takes bishop. Now h4, so I have to defend my pawn, because if I take the pawn, knight will go. So now I have to move my knight, so I will bring it back. I am thinking to bring it back so that I can make the attack on the pawn on g. Now I have a knight attack on pawn g3 and a bishop attack on pawn c4. Now move further. I will go first for bishop to g4. Now pawn takes, next square, and let's see what is the next move. Is rook, so I will push it up and defend it. Now another threat to the pawn, so I will defend this pawn as well. Rook is on b2, so now I can rearrange my pieces and I will plan to capture the rook with the exchange. Now rook is here, defended my pawn. Pawn takes, and rook is there. He might be thinking of giving a check, but it won't help much, so I would like to avoid that also. Now rook is moved and I can move my pawn ahead. Now bishop will take the white square, and I am thinking to move the g5 pawn ahead. a3 and g4. Now knight is under threat, so I will put it in a safe place. Rook giving here in this line won't help, so I will move the knight with a check, and if the king goes on h file, it is a checkmate. So let's see what he will do. Kept on f, and I can push my pawn now. It will be a queen win for me, so pushing the pawn. Let's see if he takes or he moves back. Now it is check, so now rook will take knight. I will take rook. King takes bishop. I win the queen. So queen to f2 check. Only one square king is having. Now in two ways I can give, either rook to h8 after h8, from h8 to h1, or queen to b2, and then it is a checkmate. So thanks for watching, and please to let me know if any moves are better than this from both of the players. Please provide your comments, and thanks.